In 1928, Falk goes on a long creative trip to France. He lived there for almost 10 years, visited Berlin, Brittany, Corsica, Arles, and Aix during his long trip, but worked most in Paris. Falk said that Paris is not a city, but a whole country. Each quarter is a separate city. I write almost exclusively the streets of Paris, but not the Paris that everyone loves, knows. Not the grand boulevards, not the grandiose squares, the prospects. No, on the contrary. The grey poor streets, gloomy houses, wastelands, and so on. And I find great delight and poetry in this. In the landscapes, the influence of Impressionism, which Falk rediscovers for himself during these years, is visible. In the landscape bridge in St. Cloud, the arcade of the bridge spreads to the sides, the water and the sky down and up. The painting is like with blots, the light is vague and fractured, the color like shades of dirty gray sprinkled on the surface. The texture of the picture itself appears as a metaphor of rain. The surface of the canvas may remind of a gray, wet pavement, a puddle on which drops hit at random, scattering light and reflections. Space has dissolved objects in itself, absorbed and mixed their properties and colors. Color metaphorically became similar to the substance that is formed on the palette after the brush has mixed different pigments. The painting seems to be open to the chaos of the world, but it is transformed into a new harmony by its unity, by a single breath. At the end of 1937, Falk returned to the USSR. 9 years during which Russian art was twisted, fought against formalism, composed socialist realism, processed, exposed, repented, passed Falk by. He returned to a kind of landscape after the battle and could not fit into it, and did not want to. Long exclusion from the Soviet context preserved him and determined that path of a private person, which allowed him to live his own life in art, and not a life imposed from the outside.